My parents worshipped my twin sister for being beautiful and ignored me completely. When I demanded an explanation, my dad said, "We tried putting you up for adoption. Now, they've lost both daughters, and my sister and I have rebuilt our lives together. My stepdaughter threatened my son, assaulted my daughter, and vandalized our home. When I pleaded with my husband to see the truth, he laughed and said, 'You're hysterical.' I stayed silent. That was 3 years ago. Last night, she was taken away by the police, hands in cuffs. I have 2 children, Sarah and Aiden. 9 years ago, my late husband passed away in a fatal car crash. I was devastated. I was afraid for my kids to grow up without a father, and I was afraid to be alone. 5 years ago, I met my now husband and his daughter Elizabeth at a friend's housewarming party. I was hesitant to date again, but I took things slow, making sure he was a good man to be around my kids. I discussed my kids' feelings with them along every important milestone and made sure they were comfortable with my husband and my stepdaughter. When he proposed, and I spoke to my kids about how they felt, only one request, the promise, was made. I would make sure that my kids and I had time together, just the 3 of us still. I agreed to take my children out twice a month, just the 3 of us, with exceptions if need be. As my kids remember their father, and Elizabeth's mother was still in her life, we made a rule that neither of us would try to be parents to our stepkids. We are responsible for our bio kids. This was discussed with all the children together. Our kids are also allowed to choose how they feel about one another, whether or not they wish for a sibling relationship or something else. It's not up for my husband and I to decide. Back to present time. Life settled into a comfortable rhythm after that. The kids adjusted well to our new normal, and I made sure to keep our traditions alive. I still take my kids out twice a month for adventures and do activities with Elizabeth too. My husband came to me yesterday saying we needed to talk about how Sarah and Aiden treat Elizabeth. He listed instances of exclusionary behavior. Sarah driving only Aiden, not inviting Elizabeth on her birthday trip, buying gifts only for Aiden, and both kids doing activities Elizabeth doesn't enjoy. He blamed me for setting this example with my promise to my kids and demanded I treat Elizabeth like my own. I refused, reminding him of our agreement and that he doesn't act as a father to my kids. I spoke with all 3 kids separately last night and was shocked by what I learned. At today's family meeting, Elizabeth spoke first, listing how excluded she felt. Movie nights without her, refusing rides to school, Sarah lying about where she was going, being left out of group chats, and feeling they hated her. She said she deserved a parent too, and it wasn't fair we got to be a family while she didn't. Sarah asked if Elizabeth honestly felt less part of the family. Before Elizabeth could answer, my husband had Sarah read her list. Sarah bluntly detailed Elizabeth's behavior, breaking into their rooms, stealing their stuff, forcing herself into Sarah's friend group, threatening to tell on them if excluded, ruining Sarah's makeup, telling my kids they should be happy their father died because now they have her dad, making inappropriate comments about anime characters, insisting Aiden had a crush on her, getting handsy with Aiden, throwing fits when losing games, expecting me to do everything for her, flirting with Sarah's boyfriend because sisters share everything, and being jealous of their accomplishments. When I asked Aiden if Elizabeth was really trying to touch him, he hesitated, then said yes. Elizabeth denied it, but Sarah cut her off, calling her disgusting and spoiled, saying their friends only tolerated her because Elizabeth forced them to, and warning if she ever tried anything with Aiden again, they'd make her life hell. I stopped the threats. Elizabeth argued it wasn't fair, that she and Sarah had similar interests, but was treated worse because she was ugly. Sarah said it had nothing to do with looks. Elizabeth was just a bad person. Elizabeth brought up how Sarah excluded her and refused to accept her and her father as family, saying they both lost a parent. Sarah replied, "My dad is dead. He's never coming back. Your mom is in jail. You speak with her daily. It's not the same." Elizabeth said, "It is the same. I share my dad. You're just bitching that you have to share your mom now." Sarah retorted,